It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Giants, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, the numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ayuk goes in motion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Barnes. Short pass to Howard. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Seahawks at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's got it with the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hand off to Spears.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing the out route incomplete.
It's Perkins. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Straight ahead, Shipley.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Forbes. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Back to throw. Barnes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Howard. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New York ready to go again offensively. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into the hands of London. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That one's taken in by Spears. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Seahawks offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnes throwing the out route and complete. It's Howard. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnes. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Back to throw now on 1st down. Short pass to Howard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Barnes to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Second down and a yard. Back to throw. Barnes. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Looking to throw. Barnes. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Off play action. Barnes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on third down. Barnes work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle they go. Forbes. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Slot man moves right. 2nd and 3. Here's a diving catch right side. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiple. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. This is caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now Spears to begin the drive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right back to Spears.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead.
And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
To the sideline and incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll run with Spears.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up a throw.
That'll be caught by Shipley.
So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll take it at the 42. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Forbes. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Barnes. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Robinson hauling it in outright.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, he'll drop to throw. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 6. Left side, he's got Robinson. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's a run by Spears. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Spears. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Forbes. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Barnes. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff up the middle. Forbes. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for the Seahawks,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets,